Hello there, my friends. Welcome to From the Heart, Take 4. In this video, I'm going to talk about my divorce and the estrangement from my children. So in 2011, I remember having a conversation with my now ex-husband, who was my soulmate. And I loved him very, very much. And in a lot of ways, I still do. I said to him, I feel like I'm going crazy. I don't know that I love you anymore. And I was so lost, so broken, so confused, so full of fear. I was so afraid of becoming my mother. And now my mother is someone who has experienced a lot of trauma in her life. And unfortunately, she took a lot of that out on us, on me and my siblings. I have forgiven her. I love her. I see her. But at the time, I was so consumed with what I thought was trying to protect my children from what I felt I was becoming, which was out of control, unraveling. I told my ex-husband to leave, and I proceeded to fall very deeply into my addiction with alcohol. I also was working 3 jobs at the time. I was supporting people with challenges and mental and physical abilities, people with autism, people who were blind. I was working for a nonprofit, and I was doing that full time. And I was also doing respite care for a girl with Asperger's, and I was teaching dance to children. And I was also drinking around the clock. I was also training for a triathlon, my very first triathlon, that I ended up coming in first in my age group. But none of that mattered because, as a dear friend of mine at the time had said, Maria, do you think you're a rock star? You're out of control. Like, you're scaring me. And I was in so much denial because on the outside, I look great. But on the inside, I was dying. And I was breaking. And so what happened in this time frame in 2011, I was attacked and almost killed. I was strangled on my job working for my clients. One of my clients attacked me and almost killed me. And then a few months after that, I continued to work for that nonprofit. And it wasn't until August that I decided to go out on TDI. I had also met a person who I write about on my blog in the post, A Monster Came Knocking. And this person proceeded to beat me, rape me, and destroy a lot of my life. And I thought I deserved it. I thought that that was what I deserved for leaving my children. I was so ashamed of myself, the deep shame and guilt that I carried. And that led to my suicide attempt in 2011. Fast forward a little bit, I talked about in take 3 about going into the hospital 13 different times, that I brought myself there every month. None of this was forced upon me. This was me trying to find me and looking to heal me. But fast forward, after all of those hospitalizations and outpatient programs like DBT, I decided to move to Florida and enter into a recovery program in March of 2013. And I know a lot of people at the time didn't understand what I was doing. I had a lot of criticism by some friends. The choice that I had to make, that I don't wish upon anybody to make, is to choose myself over my children. And as a stay-at-home mom for 12 years, that was an incredibly difficult decision. But I know now, and I am strong in this knowing, that if I did not choose me at that time, I would not be here anymore. And so I had to do that. And I left them to the care of their father, who is a much more stable individual. And as the years progressed, as I decided to stay in Florida, around 2015 or 2016, my youngest stopped talking to me. And I have been estranged from him for almost 9-10 years. I have not seen him since he was 11 years old. He is now 20. He will be 21 in April. And he is a beautiful person. And I can see that he feels abandonment from me. And that's okay. He can blame me. He can hate me. He can feel however he wants to feel in this experience. And one day I know that he will know the truth. He will know my side of the story. And I pray every day for his forgiveness. But what I have had to do in these years since 2011 is forgive myself, is to heal myself, is to take all of this anger and resentment and sadness and fear, so much of it that I enacted upon myself from all the things that I've had to experience. I have had to lift that, to free that, to let myself feel and heal. And I do that through shamanic healing, which is why I am able to help the people that I help. Because I can feel into the energy of all of these things that I have experienced myself. It becomes a charge which is within the body, and it is attached to different chakra points. And that is what I do in session. It is just something I have come into this life knowing to do, feeling to do. It is who I am. It is what I have done in many, many lifetimes. And I believe these experiences that I have gone through have not only strengthened me and shown me who I am and what I am capable of, but they are here to stand as a testament of triumphing over trauma and of helping others. You are not crazy. There is nothing wrong with you. You're beautiful. And you are full of love. You are made of love. And there is so much. Everything that you can dream, you can be. And I would love to help you to do that, to be free, to know your own self-love. The things that we go through do not define us. I have been given every acronym in the DSM, and they all come down to one thing: complex trauma, complex PTSD. I have been held in such panic and rage and fear within myself. And I'll talk about that on another video. But going through the divorce, stepping away from my children and my role as a mother was one of the hardest things I have had to do. And in a lot of ways, I'm still paying the price, because there's time and experiences that I will never get back. And my children have had to grow up in my absence. Now, I've done all I can to stay in their lives, and my oldest son and I are very, very close. And right now, I have moved back to the area that I moved away from when I moved to Florida. I am back in New England, a place where I never thought I would be. And it's taken me 12 years to do so. And it is empowering. It is empowering. Everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves to feel free and be who they are. And that is something that I have worked diligently on to allow myself to feel and to be. So from my heart to yours, namaste.